Hello reception, I hope you're keeping happy and safe inside your home. I've got the story of the tiger who came to tea. This story that we've been learning about in school. I thought it would be so fun to read the story together to make sure that you know the story very well. And as I read it, I'm going to look at the key vocabulary words that we learnt in school last week. And I want you to make sure that you know them very well and understand what they mean. Are you ready to read the story with me? Okay. The Tiger Who Came to Tea by Judith Kerr. Now my children love when I read the blurb. So are you listening? The doorbell rings just as Sophie and her mummy are sitting down to tea. Who could it possibly be? What they certainly don't expect to see at the door is a big, furry tiger. Are you ready to listen to the story? Once, there was a little girl called Sophie, and she was having tea with her mummy in the kitchen, when suddenly there was a ring at the door. Sophie's mummy said, "I wonder who that can be. It can't be the milkman, because he came this morning. And look, there's the milkman. That's one of our words. Milkman. Milkman. Do you remember we talked about the milkman and we talked about the fact that the milkman or a milkwoman is someone that drops off milk at the door so you don't have to buy it at the shops. And it can't be the boy from the grocer because this isn't the day he comes. That's another one of our words. Grocer. Grocer. Remember we talked that the grocer is a shop where you can buy food, usually fruit and vegetables, because usually when you can buy lots of food, it's called a supermarket. And it can't be Daddy because he's got his keys. We better open the door and see. Sophie opened the door and there's a big, furry, stripy tiger. Furry! Furry! That's one of our words, furry. Do you remember we looked at the photos of the bunny rabbits and we talked about their fur? It's nice and soft. If we feel our arm, we don't have fur because we have skin. But if we pet a bunny rabbit, it's nice and furry. So if we pet this tiger, he's nice and furry. The tiger said, "Excuse me, but I'm very hungry. Do you think I could come and have some tea with you?" Sophie's mum said, "Of course, come in." So the tiger came into the kitchen and sat down at the table. Sophie's mummy said, "Would you like a sandwich?" But the tiger didn't just take one sandwich, he took all the sandwiches on the plate and swallowed them up in one big mouthful. But he still looked hungry as Sophie passed him the buns. But again, the tiger didn't just eat one bun. He ate all the buns in the dish. And he ate all of the biscuits and all of the cake until there was nothing left on the table to eat. Biscuits! 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 I think we all know what biscuits are. Biscuits are very yummy and there's lots of different types of them. And we really enjoy eating them. So Sophie's mummy said, "Would you like a drink?" And the tiger drank all of the milk from the milk jug and all of the tea in the teapot. Look, that's like the teapot we have in our classrooms. And then he looked around the kitchen to see what else he could find. He ate all of the supper that was cooking in the saucepans. Supper and saucepans. Supper. Saucepans. Let's look at the picture. Look, this is a saucepan. It's what we use to cook things in on top of an oven. And supper is a small meal that we have at the end of the day. We might have it after dinner if we're feeling a little bit hungry. It's usually very small. Usually it'll only be some cereal or some toast or maybe a piece of fruit. and he ate all of the food in the fridge. And all of the packets and the tins in the cupboard. And he drank all of the milk and all of the orange juice, all of Daddy's beer and all of the water in the tap. Oh dear. Then he said, "Thank you for my nice tea. I think I'd better go now." And he went. Sophie's mummy said, "I don't know what to do. I've got nothing for Daddy's supper. The tiger has eaten it all." And Sophie found she couldn't have her bath because the tiger had drunk all the water from the tap. Then Sophie's dad came home. So Sophie and her mum told him what had happened and how the tiger had eaten all the food and drunk all the milk. And Sophie's daddy said, "I know, I've got a very good idea. We'll put on our coats and we'll go to a cafe." So they went out in the dark and all the street lamps were lit and all the cars had their lights on and they walked down the road to the cafe. And they had a lovely supper with sausages and chips and ice cream. In the morning, Sophie and her mummy went shopping and they bought lots more to eat. And they also bought a big tin of tiger food, just in case the tiger should come to tea again. But he never did. What a fantastic story. I really enjoyed listening to how the tiger stole all of the food. Imagine a tiger came into your house and stole some food in your house. Make sure to listen to this story a couple of times to make sure you know the story very well. Take care and I'll see you in our next video.